So that and network, I guess. If I were a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who's crazy. Uh-oh, can't do it that way. But I will show. Ba 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 bum, ba da ba bum, ba ba ba. Wow, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Kathy. Good to see you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Talk to me. Can you hear me? Rachel, Steph. Wow, the gang's all here. Striper, how are you, Striper? Let me move my headsets and all this paraphernalia or whatever the hell they call it. Address books. I'm just too busy this morning. Okay, that was close. All right. Aaron Elias, Joanna, loud and clear. Loud and clear, baby. That's what I like to hear, loud and clear. So, how's everybody doing? Long week. Today is Friday. The beginning of the golf championship at East Lake in Atlanta, or outside of Atlanta. And tomorrow, sports fans, the Kentucky Derby. It's always the first Saturday in May, but this year we know it's a different year. It's the first Saturday in Septiembre. You became a teacher overnight. My kid returns to school soon. Oh. Well, you're back. Is it a long weekend? Why? What's on the other end of the... Oh, is there some sort of holiday? Oh, Labor Day, isn't it? Labor Day net. Yeah, well, they don't have Labor Day in the UK, do they? I don't know. Our usual Labor Day peeps are here, but let's see if some of our British friends show up. We know Charlotte is working. We know Sam is teaching. So, whatever. There are some others out there. Joanna, do you have Labor Day in the Philippines? Okay, Aaron Elias. Rachel. Eve. Eve, do you have Labor Day in Canada? In Canada? Eh? I know. That's cliche, isn't it? Todd in Tampa. Tampa won. How about the GOAT, Todd? Is he going to bring you a championship? We are reopening for indoor dining. Yay. I went to a restaurant yesterday with my cousins from Boca Raton. Between us, we were down in Palm Beach Gardens. My first time inside a restaurant, believe it or not. I think it's true. This year. Yeah, because we didn't go out. No, boom, done. No work on Monday. Yay, Eve. Well, I'll be here. I have to work for you. It's just, I just like doing it. Audra Sandoval. Good morning. Every 1st of May is your Labor Day. I see. Yes. Well, he'll win. He will have his share of wins. My team is resurrecting from the ashes for years and years and years. Oh, the heyday of Joe Gibbs and the Smurfs and the Hogs and all of that. My beloved Washington Redskins will suffer once again, but they're not Redskins anymore. They're the Washington football team, so maybe that'll make a difference. It's a labor of love. Do you remember when we met? She flies. Good morning. She has wings. Should be a good season, though, Todd. Are they allowing any fans in the Tampa Stadium, in the Buccaneers Stadium? And how do they decide who gets to go? I mean, I stopped going to the stadium because it was too crowded and I had more fun watching television. I had season tickets years ago. So I stopped a long ago. And I'm not in Washington anymore, and the crowds and all of that. But it would be cool to go there for only 20,000 people. Osama, amor. Osama, amor. I look different with a beard. Well, you know, it's me. My cousins recognize me, so that's good. I look different with a beard. So what you would say, yes, I look different without hair. Hmm. But it is, as I like to say, growing on me. All right. Yes. And I have done a couple auditions with the beard. So I haven't had a negative comment from my agents. But, you know, we'll see. You know how they are. It's hardly any work anyway. Oh. Rachel. All right, so, why did I say Rachel? It is Rachel, right? It's not Rebecca. Oh, I'm thinking of the actress, Rebecca Hall. Rachel King. Right? Yeah, of course. No crowds allowed in Tampa Stadium for the Bucks. Not sure what the near future for sports will be. Gouting, hello. Says hello, Jojo. Hey, never go by Jojo, but that's right. It's me. It's me. It's me. It's a lovely photo of it's me. I'm from Algeria anyway, but I like watching you. Thank you. Hey, the more the merrier. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching and tuning in. Yes. Lovely, lovely Rachel. Sign language, you know, I have my own version of it because I don't speak it. My niece speaks that language. I don't. She's a teacher, so. Well, let's see. When we last met, Algeria, nice. All of the above. I do all of those things on occasion. I'd like to do it 40 hours a week. Well, maybe not that, at least 20 hours a week. But it's kind of slim pickings where I live now. And I'm not about to move back to New York. I have friends who are moving out of New York. I was only in New York for a short while, maybe 10 years or so, and that's when I got back into acting and stuff like that. School up there, and you know, golf today. I played golf 2 days this week already. Today is watch golf. Today is watch golf this afternoon. I have a meeting about, I'll leave at 12:30. Have a short meeting, and then I will watch golf and devote my day to handicapping the Kentucky Derby. 'Tis the law, 'tis the law, Will. That's a good bet. I mean, it is winning by multiple lengths, and it'd be a good wheel if you are a gambler. You don't even have to be a gambler to figure that out. It's a wheel. It's a wheel where you pick 'tis the law to finish first with the rest of the field. You can get a superfecta for that, probably not that expensive. And if you were to win it, and let's say 'tis the law comes in first, and then a 50 to 1 shot comes in, and a 30 to 1 shot after that, it would be big, big money. I live on the Treasure Coast of Florida. I think opposite you if you're in Tampa, Todd. I have an agent over there as well. Very nice people at Ben's Travel. Ben's Talent. I always do that all the time. I have an agent that gives me a lot of work, and they're wonderful people. A woman-owned business, actually. And trading, I always say trading. I do that because I'm so used to the old days in New York. Talent Direct is a very good agency, excellent agency. I was hoping to make Mom the Kentucky Derby, but to take Mom to the Kentucky Derby. But now that has to wait, obviously. Damn COVID. COVID is still running even after the Derby. It's an also ran. COVID, and we're looking at COVID come down the back stretch, and there we go. Clearwater, oh, it's nice over there. Perhaps that is possible, Todd. I may be in that area soon, actually. Someday if I go over there and see my agents, I can give you a buzz. We can say hello. Have I been cast in any quarantine concept produced show recently? No. I have had some requests to play a patient, but you know, it's far and few. And I blame the former governor of this state, Scott, for that. He moved all of the production out, which is now in Atlanta. You know, it's just crazy. The tax break that they give to production companies, they no longer give. And hopefully DeSantis can correct that. It's stupid. I mean, there are people, caterers, there are beauticians, there are makeup artists, people like that. They forget. They're very much affected by the industry. So, agents, everyone. Casting directors, actors, certainly. And Yachty's affected. Because Yachty wanted to come over here and star in a film with me. It'd be the only one I was starring in. But it's a nice thought, Yachty, thank you. Yeah, sure, Todd, just send it to me. Look, this is my Skype. So I ask all of you to reach me this way, text, and then, you know, we could always video chat too when we both have the time. Speaking of films, how are the twins? The twins are safely in their room, and I've already reached out to my DP, director of photography. We're only waiting to be able to get together. He's very busy. So we can discuss shooting. We have shooting angles. We have a lot of different things. We have slow-mo. We have so many things in this film, even though it's a short film, but hopefully it will be enjoyable. Hopefully it will hit YouTube and it will rock, and then maybe we can be picked up. Or maybe it's just funny. At least I hope it's funny. Some may find it a little bit strange, but then again, you know, I'm here. I'm here. Yes, The Twins is coming along. The Twins is basically a lot of ad-lib on my part. So I've rehearsed it many times, and I keep changing it because you can do that. There's nobody saying, cut, line, please. It's all my lines. I make them up. It is called improv, actually. Yeah, so you can watch a quick film that I did called Dino Blow. It's on YouTube. I couldn't spell blow. I play a paleontologist. It's a short film, won't take any time to see it. My son and daughter-in-law saw it at a film festival. It's one of those short things. It's about 9 minutes, but you can take a look at that. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I've done other things, and you can see, I haven't updated it in a while. You can go there and you can see resumes and things, what I've done. Maybe you have probably, if you watch television in the last 10 years, you've probably seen me in something and didn't realize it was me. Like, I bet you watched Saturday Night Live. I was on 10 of those. So you can check all that out. She Flies did improv at school. That's not how you fly, is it? Oh, let's give it a go. What is this for? No. Okay. Improv is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I mean, you could do an improv with a cell phone as if it's your date. Oh, bothering me again, are you? She never leaves me alone. But I can't live without her, really. I used to do improv. I was going, no, that's for me to know and you to find out. Well, let's say we go out for a flight somewhere. We should travel in private anyway. How far can you get on one tank of gas? One tank of gas, yeah, tank. Is it jet fuel or is it, what is it? What kind of fuel is it? Oh, cool. Singer-songwriter. Terrific. And comedian. That's the hardest work, I think. I had a friend in New York, a couple of them, who were comedians. In New York, you probably know this, Todd, I went on, they were going to paint the house in one Last Comic Standing, so I went in there, okay. And I'm watching it. It was on NBC or something like that, and I'm watching it. And I noticed these guys have time limits. And this guy's telling this joke, and I want to hear it, and then suddenly they cut his microphone off. That's it. Couldn't even get the punchline of this third joke he was saying. It was terrible. Comedy is the hardest. Very hard to do. Renee Winter's here. Yo, Renee. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Is cheaper than jet fuel, huh? You know, we used to have jet fuel was, remember when jet fuel was, have you ever heard of JP5? Let's not forget Matt Walsh, yes. The Ugly Girl. I could play The Ugly Girl since it's my thing if I had that. Do I have that video? Let me check that out. I'm allowed to play my own stuff, I believe. Unless someone who owns it says, Joe, what are you doing? I said, come on. I'm giving you some notoriety. I don't seem to have that. I saw you in Chandra Levy's story. I can't believe I did not recognize you. I just watched it last year. Really? You didn't recognize me? Well, I was made to look more like Gary Condit. They dyed my hair. I was probably, how much I weigh now? About 163. I was probably about 8 pounds lighter. The producers always would call me. I was in New York and had to film in LA, and they called me, say, okay, how are you coming on? I said, I'm off book. I had like 2,000 words. I'm off book, which means I know my lines. And then they said, so how's your weight? I said, what do you mean weight? They didn't want me to lose too much weight. And I was running in the park and doing things. I mean, not running around in the park like that. I mean, you know, I was exercising. He's just running in the park. Yes, that's so lovely. I don't know if it's lovely now to run in the park. I think you might be booking in the park. I'm not going in that park. Music and comedy are my two real passions. And yes, comedy is hard. I think you either have the time or you don't. Yeah, I would agree with you, Todd. Do you perform in the Tampa area? Nicole, thank you. Littman or K? What did I miss? Sean Verlevy, yes. Moons and Junes, yes. Moons and Junes is back. Good to see you. You saw me. I swear I saw you on an ad in the mall for class rings. I was in jewelry stores for other things. I wouldn't surprise if they put me up there. Those bastards getting for free. They're not supposed to do that. I should have a check in the mail, but when they say that, you know what else? So, Oh, Kathy, why do you have a tool on your name? Kathy, you're a tool, Kathy. Why is that? I'm a moderator for the channel. She's the police. Oh, please. Make sure someone is looking at the other place. Where is that? Over here. There it is. It's, what's it called? Twitch. And I don't know what I do with it, but, you know, I'm right here with you. Twitch, Twitch, Twitch. No, that's something else, Joe. Let me down the torpedo, full speed ahead. Yeah, nobody's on Twitch anyway. I guess we'll get that ramped up again when Charlotte is working. Charlotte is working, of course. Charlotte. I don't see. Oh, that doesn't matter. There's no one over there. There we go. I call them nut busters. I do, because a wrench, you use it to loosen a nut, so they're the nut busters. I need to add a new nut buster. And you didn't believe it was me in that movie. That's probably good. There were some things that I did that were not well, you never know how things are going to turn out, because it's interesting. Let me just say that. It's interesting. Any plans to meet up with Eric and Rick? No, no plans. None at all. No. Your professor friend has his bottom mouth open on your left side. Oh, yes, he does. Who is that? I don't know who it is. Actually, he has a real face mask, a real one of those, whatever they were saying he had to have. Nuts and butts, nuts and butts. Yes, I know. I know the people who did that show. I know them. That's more what they wanted, gold digging thing, you know, and there was no gold digging thing here. The Nuts and Butts London tour, you better believe it. We'll be touring Asia as well on the Nuts and Butts tour. So on Wednesday, we were discussing age gap relationships. Imagine that. We actually talked about something other than sexual things. And I know Kathy was very, very upset with that. It's a weird vibe from them. Yeah, she's a cute girl. It's just kind of a weird thing. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I'm not dissing on them. I mean, just good for them. Do what you can do for as long as you can do it. That sounds really good. Don't skip on the sexy talk. Did you tune in for the sexy talk for it's reading from a skin novel time? Yes, I know. We've done that in the past. I have a cheat sheet here with the race coming up that I make notes on it, and of course when my race time comes up, then I've covered what I think, or what horses I think are going to produce. I usually always pick that one that wins incorrectly. I didn't. I'm sad. You said you saved it for me. Yeah, well, that's good. It's glad you're still there. Can she fly quickly? You moved to Florida, didn't you? She fly, or did I have that wrong? Georgia. Georgia, Georgia. Florida, Georgia. And they are not even close to the same. Florida is more like, let me get someplace. North Dakota or Wyoming. It's a western place. It's the Wild West here. You're 38 miles from the Florida line. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not bad. It only takes me about 3 hours and a half, maybe, to get to the Florida line through Jacksonville. Florida's a big state. Are you flying solo these days? She flies. These are all important. These are technical questions that we need to get out of the way. Oh, you'll be heading up to New England soon. Mine. Nana is. Oh. Oh. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. I'm going to put on my face. So if I go radio silent, I'm still here. Just my hands are busy. Oh, behave, baby. I know your hands are busy. Oh, yeah, that felt nice. Thank you. But you don't need, but you do not need any makeup, dear. You look amazing naked. That is without makeup. Yeah, that's no fun. I moved my mom down here. Actually, my sister and I did, and now, of course, my mom passed away. So, I hope that everyone is doing well and your Nana is okay. I'm sorry, Todd, if I missed your question. Let me see. Strange question. If an actor is called on to sneeze for a play or film, how do you do that? What does the acting community suggest? I have not come across that. I haven't had to sneeze in a film. I don't know. I've had to do coke in a film, and which was very disturbing. I'll give you this little tidbit. You probably know this. They use powdered milk. So if you do a lot of takes, you're snorting up this powdered milk. And it's funny because after a few minutes, you suddenly have the urge for an Oreo cookie or something to go with the milk. It's disgusting. My mom and I lived with my grandparents when I was growing up, so I'm very, sorry to hear that. Yes. Moons and Junes. No, it's not real Coke. They don't do that. Even wine is usually not real wine. Beer is not real beer, usually, although some can do that if they want, but they don't usually on union sets. But I'm sure if you're a huge star, you can, I mean, you don't really want to be impaired at all. I mean, you can act like it, and stumble around, but yeah. You could get big trouble on a union set for doing that, actually. There's usually a union representative around. And when there are children in a scene, oh my God, it's ridiculous. I'm sure it's even worse now, but there's always a registered nurse right there when kids, when we're doing it, there's nobody, they don't care, Oh, you fell, oh, too bad, yeah. Oh, that's terrible. Poor Nana. Mm. Yes, I'm SAG-AFTRA. She flies. I added you on Instagram. On I think. Insta-I. Is that a new one? Insta-I? They're always coming out with new things. Mm. So she flies. Would you be flying up to get your mom? Or are you driving? Did you say driving? My Insta name is B33 BBPDAG. I'll add you to mine. What is mine? Oh, here's mine. I use this. Okay. We had great vision when I started this one. It's a network. Anything could happen in a network, so you can take it anyway. This is a network expanding, and this is it's really expanding, and then this is reality. But, you know, it's like when you say operators are standing by to take your call, and there's one person sitting there. You call in, the line's busy. Of course it's busy. You're not going to hire 15 people to answer the calls. All right. No, it's really Beep the Jeep. I drive a Jeep, and it's named Beep. Beep, beep. That's cute. Girls always have cute names for cars. I never name my cars. I call it, it's my car. I want to jump in my Jimmy. I bet you do. Yes. Beep the Jeep. Beep, 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 beep. There was an old song like that, wasn't there? Beep, beep. Mm-hmm. I got you both. Under my skin. Username. It is. My Jimmy. Hello. Hope you're having a good day so far. Mamacita. Ah, muy bien. ¿Y tú? Toot toot. Ah, beep beep. Toot toot. Ah, beep beep. Toot toot. Ah, beep beep. Donna Summer. Bad girls. Well, you know all that stuff. Striper knows all that stuff about the bad girls. Looks like a cell and email. Absolutely. Yeah, I have that even, I think, on my IMDb. You can check that page as well. You can see some other things. I don't keep my web page, honestly, up to date. I mean, there are things that I've done since then, but it's not like, maybe, let's see, how can I say this? You know, you do things to hopefully improve, which, you know, everybody improves as you go along if you're just starting out. It's not like it's not like directors and people are scanning, oh, let's see some footage of someone who did a long time ago. Oh, yeah, that's the person we want. They ask, they tell the casting directors, we're looking for these people. The casting directors get in touch with agents and send these people over, and they just look at new tape. Anything that is, unless you're a big star and they know your body of work, they want to see how you look today, and they want to hear how you sound today, and I don't blame them. So it's not like agents really look at that stuff. It's nice to have a website, but it's kind of self-serving. So you heard them butt again? Beep, 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 beep. My car went beep, 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 but it stopped. Bad girls. Okay. Sounds like a good song. I wish I could find that bit of, let me look for a moment, that bit of video. Does anyone have the Ugly Girl video? Charlie, you must have it in your... Somewhere in the archives. Okay, let's see. Videos. I have so much stuff here. Movies. This one I have over here that is everything. is really too large. I mean, I put everything in there, and then I started getting everything 2 and everything 3, and then still I can't find what I want. I will have someone organize everything for me someday. Movies. Movies. What is this one? Oh wait, don't play it yet. Oh, this is playing the radio guy. Just made this up the other day. Let's see if I can do this. I made it up for I don't know. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I see we're getting some text over here in the. That's pretty cool. We used to do that all the time.
Hello. Yes, and welcome back to Joe Daddy. We're going to take our first callers coming in from Wales, of all places. Here we go now. Let's see. Who is that on the line?
Nothing.
Charlotte, yes. My goodness, Charlotte, you do sound like a biscuit if I've ever heard one. You must be a sweet, sweet follower of Joe Daddy. Any chance we could get together? Perhaps, maybe.
Well, I'll look into it. It'd be worth it. Let's see. Let us see now. Let us see Niall. You do the exact same thing? Mamacita. Mamacita, I cannot get a clear view of you. I'm sure you're quite lovely. When you use a name like Mamacita, you know, Mamacita. Mamacita said there'd be days like this. Okay. Okay, we were talking about age gap relationships last time we were on the air, and that was fun. And now we're learning about where we put our files. You can just stick it. Where? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where? I put up this picture of Kathy the last time. I have my cousin here who is starting linebacker for Notre Dame. Okay, here we have Notre Dame. Top of the morning to you. It's Notre Dame. Notre Dame. So no questions today, huh? Yeah, Todd, all of that information is there. Someone once said, well, why do you put your phone number on there? Why not? Because I do get occasionally from backstage, I will get producers who may contact me or directors and say, we're interested in using you in a film. Yes, use me, abuse me, let's do it. But pay me, please. Absolutely, the LGBTQ plus community is huge at MayDecemberSociety.com. I suggest that you join, regardless of your orientation. It doesn't matter to us. As a matter of fact, Charlie, Sam Page, Mario, 3 of my favorite gay men in the world. I'm not suggesting anything, Todd, but yes, we are well represented, even transgender. Well, that covers all the LGBTQ XYZs. Any questions, anything, we have it covered. But I find that let's see, the age gap, relative to age gap, it's all the same, you know. How do I tell my parents? My friends don't like my partner. It's all kind of the same. We do not differentiate other than we are people. Well, you're already a fave. And Todd is the first person to request that. The other ones had to earn it. Todd, you went right to that. Todd the fave. Now you have a nickname. Kathy, make sure you make a note of that. Striper, you got that covered? Thank you. Yes, I certainly do. I consult, actually, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Because I have been exposed to some very, very unusual situations with age gap relationships over the years. And you can reach me on a private message on maydecembersociety.com. I ask you please to join that. Also, you can reach me on Skype. And if you have any questions, just put your questions in there and I will be happy to get back to you with it. It's our pleasure, Todd, really, to meet you. And there is Rose, May-P to some, or Mappy, but to me, she's Sweet Rose. Rosa. It sounds like Mamacita could have a name like Rosa. Is that a fair assessment, Charlie? Mm-hmm. Now that you mention that, my friend from high school recently reached out to me. I'll be there. Oh, that's you, not me. Okay. They are trans, and they aren't apparently happy dating an older man. They're not. Wait, still aren't happy that you're dating an older man? Well, he is as cool as the underside of the pillow, and you know that. So they need to talk to me about that. I told them you were out of my life. If you want to, you can stay out, or you can play nice and stay. Well, I agree with you. I mean, I don't know. You know, people are strange. You don't know what they're thinking. What could they possibly be thinking? So they're a trans couple, and everything is okay in the world unless your partner is older or younger, significant amount. Let's say 15 years. It can be less, but you know. Wow. Well, you just gave him the boot, huh? That's terrible. And not that it even makes a difference, but your guy, Carrie, is the sweetheart. Obviously in that relationship, because Kathy's a feisty one, and you know, he's got to keep the reins and the bits and everything intact with her because she's a wild one. But man, Carrie is so sweet, such a nice man. So those people really don't know anything. Yeah, well, that's true. I was having a conversation with myself the other day that why still, and why forever, that has been an issue. You know, interracial relationships are accepted, same-sex are accepted, trans is accepted. I think if you're dating sheep is more accepted than age gap, unless the sheep is old. As an old goat, wouldn't really be a sheep that way. But sheep are nervous. Okay. You just don't come back in my lap after 10 years and tell me I shouldn't be dating someone older than me. When my friend did the same thing. Maybe it was transcendental meditation. Maybe that's what you're referring to. I don't get it. To me, it's very simple. If it's legal, do what makes you happy. Lyrics for a new song. I'll write this one. Todd will race to the finish on this one. If it's legal, do what makes you happy. Oh, I can already think of some good lyrics. If it's legal, do what makes you, is that with an O? Happy. That's good. We should put that up. That's good. We can use that, Moons and Junes. It didn't bother you, you were just confused. Or not, clearly not as confused as your former friends. Okay, from what you've learned, there's still a lot of differences within opinions within the LGBTQ plus community. About what? Age gap? I think. I consider myself conservative, but who am I to judge someone else? Exactly. Exactamundo. That was for Mamacita. I wanted her to get that. So yes, you are absolutely right. Regardless of, you could be conservative. You could be a homosexual who's conservative. It really kills me how people think that, have such varying opinions. We are all people. If you're in a relationship that is legal, because we condone legal relationships, well, whose business is it other than the people in the relationship? I can remember walking down the street with Angela. I've said this before, and two women my age were walking towards us. And Ange and I are, being semi-romantic, not completely, And we're walking along, and I see the women look at her, look at me, look at her, look at me, and just shake their head. And we come by and say, "Oh, good afternoon, ladies. Nice to see you." "Oh, how can he even be nice, that guy? There's something wrong with him." There's nothing wrong with him at all. Well, I mean, on the surface. A lot of things. For a community that seeks acceptance and equality, there are still differences and animosity within the community. It's a deal. Obviously, that's not a Trump song. No. If it's legal, do it. If it makes only me happy. Well, no politics. Yes, no politics. Well, I was on that flight with Jeffrey Epstein about 6 or 7. Oh, I went 27 times, and it was great. A little girl came up to me. She said, "Would you like something to drink?" I said, "Baby, I'd like a neck rub." I said, "Jeffrey's all right." He said, "You do what you want, Bill. Well, after all, you have a picture of me in a blue dress in your foyer in New York." "Yes, I do." "Okay, then. Rub away, little girl." Yeah, I think that is a little different, though. And I'm digressing considerably here. That's kind of like below the age belt, I guess. Yes, we accept everyone. Yes, let it happen. Yeah, even if you dislike it, it's no one's right. What are you, the relationship police? "I don't approve of that relationship." Yeah, good. Well, keep it to yourself, okay? Keep it in your pants, mister. That's what I'm saying. Because usually, I had a family member who saw Angela and me back in the day doing a video. Was talking to his wife. It says, "And look what Joe is doing." I'm Joe. Look what he's doing. And so he pipes up and says, "Oh, I can see that." Boom! He had to duck something thrown at his face. But that's where we go. Todd, the fave. Listen, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you again. Do you think October's rust? Do you think a 21-year age difference could work? He's in his 40s. I'm in my 20s. I've been with older men sexually, but never long-term. Dated one, but I think I really, really like him. Well, really, really like him. And I can see nothing wrong with that. My first age gap relationship was 39 years. I met Angela when I was 60. She was 21. Is that about right? Yeah, I think so. So, I mean, now even though that ultimately ran its course, it had nothing to do with age. And you could say, well, it had everything to do with, no. Because you weren't privy to certain conversations. Like I'm not in your relationships. You have your own set of what is right, what is wrong, what your ideas are, what your ideals are, what you're striving for, what you want out of life. You know? My whole thing, you all know, is just be happy. If suddenly you wake up and you're not happy, why are you not happy? You need to communicate. Always communicate with your partner, no matter the age gap. 21-year age gap is an age gap. It is. And you should be a member of October's Rust of MayDecemberSociety.com because we have all sorts of age gaps. Arrivederci. Ciao. Ciao. Yeah, every relationship, and moons and Junes and Ferris wheel. It doesn't mean age gap relationships are doomed. It does not. Much to the chagrin of the much maligned Dr. Phil. There's no way in hell this relationship can work out. I just don't see it. All right, and that was sort of Bill Clinton. No, I'm telling you, this is Bill Clinton, and they can work out because they do. And you don't have to be married. So, but, yeah. I don't know why I'm doing voices today, but it's, why not? I'll step off my soapbox. Now, do not twist that adorable ankle of yours, please. "48 years between my husband. Woo! And you're very happy. Well, you make us happy just by showing up here. You do. She flies. Did you once live in Arizona? Arizona. So 48 years. Let me do some math. This is the same calculator I used when I was faking out people back in the day when computers just started. And I was in the trucking industry. And they'd say, "Where's my package?" And I go, "Let me check the computer." Doesn't look good. "What do you mean?" "Well, it seems it's in a different city, but we'll get it to you this afternoon." "Well, at least you found it." I did. I've had this adding machine with me for years. It solves a lot of issues. Okay. Let's move on. Let's get back to the relationship story. 48 years. Let me use my computer here. Oh, I don't even need it for that. Whoa. Whoa, I tell you what, she flies, I may be on the brink of that. Maybe. Well, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Monica Lewinsky. I had it with that other woman. And that one over there too. And Uma Abedin was just a beautiful looking girl. Hillary actually, she treated her like Chelsea, like a daughter. Okay, come on, you're weaking up on that one. You know when to do that. I earned my chops in the trucking industry. Who'd have thunk that? "We're never using you again." All right, please. You know, the customer's always right until. I had one incident where the customer was not right. And one of the girls, I say girls because they were ladies at the time. And this is before we had computers. I had CSRs, customer service reps, with a bank of phones. Not a bank like you go in and take money out, but meaning a bunch of them. Okay, so they are talking on the phone. I see this girl out there, like, tapping her eyes. She's in tears. So, whoa. I used to manage by walking around. It's a good method if you're in business. Walk around, you hear things. You're not leering over someone's shoulder, but you hear. So I'd walk around. Sometimes I'd bump into walls, but I did walk around. And I saw her crying. I said, "What's wrong?" "Nothing." I said, "Nothing. Stop it." Okay, so I found out that this customer was berating my customer service rep. Oh, well, I just can't have that. So I checked to see how large an account they were. You know, you have to be reasonable. I mean, you have to pay these people, even whether they're crying or not. And they weren't that giant. So I waited for them to call in for a rush or something. And we told them, "Oh, I'm sorry. You got in an argument with my customer service reps, and that was really very unprofessional of you. Well, she said this. Yeah, well, here's the deal. Call someone else. Goodbye. Not very often you can do that because you want to make sure your business is going. And here's a little tidbit. If you're in a business that is a service in the service industry and you want to measure it by the number of clients you have, you want to get to the point where your largest customer is no more than 5% of your business. Because if you have somebody who's 40% of your business, you can't afford to lose them because you cannot just go out and pick up 40% of business. You can, or your salesman can, or better be able to pick up 5%, right? So that's all. So this person was well below 5%, and you know, I don't want my, and it's good because you want your people to know you have their back, right? So, North Phoenix for 11 years. That's right. I think when we first met, it was on a, I don't know the day, the temperature, the rain, whatever was going, but it was, we met when you were living in Arizona for 11 years. And now you've moved. How do you find the temperature? The humidity must be terrible to you now from good old Arizona. My dog stopped on my computer and I lost video for a second. Yeah, they're not really into that so much. So a 21-year age gap. October's Rust. Join MayDecemberSociety.com, please. And reach out to me privately if you like. Safe bet it was a hot day. The humidity is oppressive. Other than that, it doesn't feel hot here to me. Yeah, you know, it has been, at least in Florida, and I'm just a few hours away from you, I guess, we have been playing golf in 100 plus heat index every day. And we were out there, my buddy and I were out there the other day. It was 103. We're the only ones on the course. It was beautiful by comparison to some other days. First of all, there was no rain. The humidity, well, I mean, it has to be high if it's over 100 heat index. But we just kind of got used to it. And I get used to playing 18 holes of golf in under 3 hours. Oh, man, that's great. Laura, how are you today? And thank you. That's 86 and 76 humidity. Not terrible, but you feel like it. Yes, exactly. It's interesting, isn't it? However, in Georgia, you will still experience some seasonal change. Because they do in the Duval, you know, up there in Jacksonville, isn't that Duval? Yeah. Oh, Laura, you are so nice to say that. Tired of work, but getting through it all. Good. You cannot wait for crisp mornings. Now, if you were in the UK, that would mean having potato chips in the morning for breakfast. But I know what you mean. Crisps. Yes, the temperature change. I know Striper loves the seasons. But see, I would, if I need to go to cold weather, I can go to cold weather. It's just an overnight drive and you're in freezing weather if you want. I have a sister who still lives in the DC area. I could always go up there and freeze. But right now it's very hot. I can't have a morning without coffee. Let's put that down to Salman Osama. Usama. Right? Am I saying that right? For a random comment. Okay. He has all 4 seasons and Frankie Valli too. I mean, it's just really good. I don't miss the snow back home, but I do miss fall in New England. Oh, absolutely, it's gorgeous. The fall of New England was many years ago, but Carey hates the cold weather. He said he's moving in with you during the winter, Joe. Come on. You bring that little plaything with you too, all right? It's just a rainy season over in the Philippines. You've been missing some storms. Wanting them or avoiding them? Missing has a couple meanings. But I think I know what you meant. Yes, it is. Kathy, is anyone or Stripe or anyone over on any of the other outlets saying anything? Of course, you would alert me. I'll bet there are people lurking. It should be a rainy season here, but we're going to. Okay. I forgot they have tornadoes here. Oh, had a couple close calls since we've been. Yeah, that is scary. I think the only thing out in the west was worrying about heat, right? Heat and sandstorms, or maybe that's Egypt. I don't know. Storms should be tracking our country by this tracking our country by this time of the year. Oh, they've been going to Japan and Korea. Yeah, there you would have typhoons, right? Are there trolls? Scarier, there are no basements. Ooh. You can't really pile up the junk down there, you know what I mean? They call them haboobs. Haboobs. Monsoons. Okay, even scarier, there are no basements where? In Arizona? There are no basements in Florida. It's the water table thing. You may walk down to the basement and be in knee-deep water and an alligator in there. Only me on Periscope. All right, Striper. Thank you for checking it. But just keep it up, maybe. That's an odd thing to say to a man. Keep watching that so that if... well, maybe not for Charlie. Or Sam, for that matter. Or Todd, the fave. I don't know. Oh, one stupid comment on Good Girl. Roof! I didn't mean it like that. Here, let me pet the top of your head. Let me tug on your little collar. Kathy likes that. No, or Georgia. Maybe up in Georgia in the mountains they might have, you know. No, probably not. $200 feet. What is ASL? Why am I not picking this? I think only 200 feet. I guess I have to think about it. We're talking about a basement? Okay. It's so hot here. Well, tell us, Ed, how hot is it? A few days, it feels like we've been stuck in summer. You do wear a collar for above sea level. Thank you, sweetie. That, yes, it makes sense. I mean, you know, I guess that's the term when you're flying. You want to make sure you remain above sea level, or as you affectionately call it, ASL. Isn't ALS Lou Gehrig's disease? I'm not sure, but it sounds like above sea level, lol. Above ground level. Hmm. Hmm. Whoa, 40 Celsius. That is hot. That's very hot. It's around 114. That's just off the top of my head. Am I close? Probably not. Wow, that is really hot. Oh, summer. Oh, 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 summer. Yes. I'm about ready to take my pilot's license, I can tell. Now, where is that above sea level question? She flies. Have you ever flown using just a joystick and not a, you know, shirtless all the time? You see, I don't get that. Shirtless in the heat. How do you get cool that way? It's just even more oppressive. I mean, unless it's the fairer sex, but that's probably not allowed. If you can operate a stick and rudder, you're fine. Well, we're almost there, Kathy. We're almost there. Kathy's pretty good with the stick, I'm told, and rudder is my expertise. Okay. Yes, traditional are called yoke, right? Older airplanes and sporty ones have a stick. Oh, like an automobile. But a yoke in an automobile is usually, you know, an old Egg McMuffin on your seat. Yeah, it's not good. So, but now that the Sahara in Algeria is around 50. Whoa! 50? That's hot. That's really hot. Because that's got to be 130. No, what is that? 130? You know, you could pull up a converter thing here. I say, yes, but that's no fun as guessing. The Sahara, or the Sahara. What do you say, Sahara? Sahara. Tomato, tomato. Oh, you can't grow a tomato or tomatoes in that heat. If you have irrigation. But why would you run irrigation for a tomato plant? Well, you just asked. We got this. Yep. We've got it. We have got it all. So, yes. Any other age gap questions? Mr. President. Hello, Victoria. Tomato. 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 Oh, tomato. I hate when I get that. It's like you really need some serious penicillin. Yes, she's got some major tomatoes. She's got a major. Good, she always liked a man in uniform. No, it's not what I meant. Well, Victoria, thank you for tuning in today. We're covering ASL and AGL, you know, as they pertain to age gap relationships. Mm-hmm. Age gap above sea level. Yep. Victoria, are you going to the pool today? Did you just wake up? Victoria is one of our princesses who has a life of leisure. I am 21, yo, and always have a feeling for mature men, despite I have a girlfriend. No, wait a minute. And what is your gender? I'm 21 years old, and I always have feelings for mature men, despite having a girlfriend. Oh, so you're bisexual. Yes, I've seen that, yes. Oh, yes. We cover all of that in my latest edition of Joe Daddy Chronicles. You're not sure. Woke up around 7, but went back to sleep. Of course you did. No work today. I'm always concerned about Victoria, that she might work herself to death, and then we never hear from her. But she's a hard worker. She's a smart cookie. And that's a compliment. It's not a sexist thing to say, because I like cookies too. Who doesn't? I even like sugar-free cookies. I don't have a problem with sugar levels. I just like them. But there are more calories sometimes than the other. I might ask a friend to hang out if he wants to. Wow, I'd like to be in that circle of friends. I'll bring the cookies, and we'll just lounge by the pool. And I'll serve them to you as you're like, oh, may I have another cookie, please? No, not supposed to drop the whole thing in there. It doesn't paint a very good picture, although that would be a funny skit. You know, if you had, like, instead of grapes, there were cookies on there. Sugar-free cookies. Ooh, the horror. I know. Well, they're not very good, really. We went over that earlier. I was explaining earlier about how in film, when you're snorting cocaine, not real cocaine, the fake cocaine is powdered milk, and after a couple takes, you suddenly have a craving for a cookie, for like cookies and milk. I mean the kind from cows, Joe. I always need milk. Yes, I know where your milk is coming from, dear. And I like candies. Okay, you guys talk about that for 1 second. I'll be right back. I need something else to drink. Is that okay? Striper, try not to lose our friends here. Doesn't what clog up your throat? What, you mean the snorting of milk? Yes, but they try the alternative, with real drugs, and people are like, what's my line? Yeah, so you have to do that. They use some other things as well, but I remember the powdered milk. Oh man, it's crazy. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm right back. I'll be right back. Schreiber, if you kept anyone still around. Did you? All right. I had to get some. Actually, this is a lovely mug that one of our wonderful young ladies here, Charlotte, sent me. It has oatmeal in it now. Okay, what do we got? Vicky. Who goes by Vicky? Tor, right? No. I have, it's a coffee mug, yes, for sure, but I use these for instant oatmeal when I need something. You don't like oatmeal? Well, oh, Yachty's talking to Victoria, also known as Vicky, I guess. Oh no, or Yachty's a Vicky. No, who's a Vicky? I'm a Vicky, you're a Vicky. Are you guys looking forward to the fall? I'm looking forward to football, college and NFL. So, yeah. But here the fall is the same temperature. It might drop maybe a couple degrees. This is apple and brown sugar. I mixed it. It's good, huh? Crazy. And I don't overdo it. And I don't put milk in it. When I was a kid, my mom always did that, I think. But she's not here. So I do what I want. I run with scissors. I mean, I live on the edge. I mean, it's hard not to. You'll take some. Oh, well, behave. You're looking forward to your birthday and Halloween, all in the fall. Is Halloween on the 31st of October or the 30th? Which is it? 31st. And now, Charlie, they're not going to let me go to Universal's Fright Night. Are you a Virgo, Charlie? Or a Libra? This sounds like something's mixing there. You're crazy, Joe. Well, that's right. I mean, come on. Who else would... I don't mind eating in front of you. I was starved, guys. That's for good luck. Whenever you need good luck, you take a tennis ball and you throw it over your shoulder. Now, what will happen, if it's good luck when I stand up and forget it's there, I don't fall down. So then you know if you have good luck the rest of the day. Saltwater Sammy's in the house? Where is he? Yay, Sam. Sam, we had someone from your side of from your team here today, a new guy. Todd the Fave. No. I should be eating something else. I always eat. I forgot Scorpio. It's such a good word, Scorpio. Yes, Scorpios, Scorpions, Scorps. Your team, yes. From your team. You know, your side of the tracks. It could be the same side of the tracks, but your team. And he lives in Florida, just like Striper. But Striper has his own team. We're not really sure what it is, but... Is there a Miss Claus in the pic? In this pic? She looks a little old. You just put her up there. What are you trying to tell me? means I'm loving in the bedroom, then I'll cry about it. Or that means, you know, a little bit of, let's see what we call that. What do they call that? That is. I'll think of it. How old was he? I don't know about Alaska. I don't know how old he was. Did he say, guys? Did Todd say how old he was? He's a comedian, and he's an actor and a songwriter. Well, what's wrong with you, Joe? I'm not on that team. I don't play ball with them. How old was he? Oh, in my life, is there a Mrs. Claus? A Ms. Claus? What, you think I look like Santa? What? Oh, behave that. Victoria told me that once, and I didn't talk to her until the next time we were on the air here. Is there a Miss Claus? Maybe there is a Miss Claus. I think it's a, it's called a prenup. Is that the clause you're talking about? Joe Santa. Joe Santa. Moons and Junes. Of course it's a prenup. You have to have a prenup today because they don't let you have a postnup. You know what I'm saying? If you have a postnup, that's a very, very forgiving mate. Partner, I should say. Say mate, then, you know, Sam will get all excited. Sexy Santa Claus. Oh, great. Nice recovery, Yachty. But we'll take it. The one at the mall. Ooh, if you ladies were lined up to sit on Santa's lap, that'd be a whole... I might take that gig. I must get a red hat, though, for this season because, you know, why not? I'll play that up. Maybe, maybe we can have a day where Santa... Yes. You know how we do the doctor when we give pap smears? People are going, what is he talking about? Well, many of you don't know this, but we have a character who comes in dressed with a lab coat and everything, stethoscope and all of that. It's a whole deal. Ask Kathy about it. And it's for ladies only. Charlie tried to fit in there, but we immediately found out he was who he was. But what if I had this character who was Santa? It could be Santa Joe Claus. And I dress like that, and then you each line up and come in and sit at Santa's lap and tell me what you want. Is that a good idea? I mean lap, not whap. Whap. I mean lap. You're so bad. You are so bad. Or face. You know, whichever. But I have to be able to speak. And yum is not really speaking. Just saying, yum is not a conversation, although it may be music to your ears. I'm talking about, well, this bus was just driven off the road and is heading right down into the river again. So yes, you meant face, I know that. And yum is a word. I don't like Cardi B. I liked Mel B. You already know that. Because she was married to my dear friend Eddie Murphy. And she was a hottie. Okay. I might wear a screw. Whoa! I can't even spit that out. I might wear a schoolgirl outfit and then ask for Santa's gift. Whoa. Nice. Joanna, I'll expect you to be there. You'll fly over from the Philippines to meet us all at the mall, right? We'll set. I will have to get a backdrop that is a mall. We'll work on this. We will effort this. Yeah. Spice up your life. Yeah. That's right. Something up your life. Yes. No, I didn't streak in the park. The South Pole. Yes, well, well, that's kind of you know, a knock on Kathy. You know, I mean, when she visits, you can't say the South Pole. Streaked in the party, what part of they spice up your life? Let me do something here. I gotta check something. Yes, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I'm not going to share it. Because I have looked at girls from both sides now and decide, you know, they're okay with me. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels. You mean that you streaked in the park, Joe Daddy? We aren't above that one yet? No. No, I didn't streak in the park. I would run in the park, through the park. Not like this, because it's hard to really, you know, then you start tilting. And she flies would know that because, you know, your rudders and everything, you don't want to run like this. Besides, you can't really run, and people look at you like you're strange. More strange. Yes, I was telling a friend the other day, and this is true. That's all true. Anything that I tell you is true. Especially if I preface it with that. That I would finish running in the park and I have tears coming up. Hey, are you all right? I'd laugh. I'd take my hair back. Yeah. Andre Bocelli, who I would listen to running. I did. And I would have tears. Also listening to Billy Ocean. Suddenly, you know. I like those love songs and those real emotional songs when I'm running. And it just comes out of me towards the end. No, Charlie, I said the wrong thing. It just is flowing, you know, towards the end of my workout. I would do that. I used to do it on a treadmill too. One of my friends said, Joe, you're going to rust this thing. I said, hey, look, man, that's a workout. You're sweating, throwing it everywhere. Those are tears, brother. They're tears because I'm emotional. I have to do this. It's running. It hurts. So Moons and Junes, good choices. Okay, cookies. It's all about weight and balances. Yeah, so when you pick me up, don't say, Joe, we'll have to leave those golf clubs behind. I don't think so. Elizabeth is here. Hello, Elizabeth. Nice to see you today. How's everything over there on the left coast? The left coast, outside of LA. I did hear from Delilah, by the way, anyone's interested. Delilah moved to the valley. So she's a valley girl now. It's a lot quieter for her. And she is really missing going out partying. I think really too much, actually missing that. Write a song about nuts and butts and candy wheels, feeling everything's a deal. It's good, but tomorrow it's going to be 114. Well, how's the humidity? Probably high. I can pick you up, but I'll have to grab low because artificial intelligence is short. Is that what that meant? I know it's not. I am short. I thought that was the guy that wrote the book about the hobbits. I am short. I could be mistaken. That reminds me of the kids things you would say when kids, little kids, we say things like, remember, Cellophane Bikini by Seymour Hare. Do you remember that one? Of course, today you wouldn't see any hair. You see, that's how old school it is, right? I mean, that joke doesn't even play anymore. Yellow River by I.P. Daly does. And we would giggle, pull the little girl's pigtails, or big tails, that, in grade school. But we wouldn't pull on them, Actually, we didn't touch anyone. Seymour Butts. Seymour Butts, cellophane bikini. Seymour Butts, yeah. Yeah, well, it's good. It's good humor, like the ice cream truck. Crackling Rosie, keyed on board. So I would say that it's good when you have an ice cream truck that actually has a brand name to it. Good Humor Ice Cream used to have their own ice cream truck. Do any of you remember? Or any of you born then? Probably not. Or were you bored? Or were you, what do you even like? Ivana Tinkle. Ah, good. I wanna tinkle on you. I wanna tinkle. Yeah, we know she flies. And we'd like to have Mike Hunt in the audience stand up and turn around and bow out. Okay. The Good Humor Man. Amanda Hugginkiss. Oh, isn't that cute? Thank you, Carrie. At least someone is close to me enough in age to remember a Good Humor truck. Yes. What were some of those other ones? I don't remember them. It's not Cardi B I like, it's the... Is that an acronym? So here we go now. We're talking, Carrie remembers the Good Humor truck. Standing in line, waiting for good news. I'll have a toasted almond. So good. Or just the Good Humor, the hard little thin chocolate over the vanilla ice cream. It was ice cream in those days. What else was good? And then they got fancy with the push-ups. Remember the push-ups? The rocket push-up. Yeah. It's the video you like. It's not Cardi B. Yeah. Yes, yes, that is exactly what you think it means. It means hunting for mics. In the music business, it's like this. So, Oh, well, you should try something. Do you like fish, Victoria? Imagine, this is a great one. Not so much in the ice cream and refreshing end of business, but that would be, you have to cook that. Do you like toasted almond soy milk, Victoria? I would try that. I like soy milk. I'm not big on dairy. No one asked you, Joe. Well, I just made a statement. That's all. And you've got to know. If you sit over there all day and don't say anything. I like some fish. Oh, yes. Yachty with your Mrs. Claus. Although it may put a skit together on that one. So I have to give you kudos for that one. And a kind of like a roundabout, backhanded compliment or something. Joe, is there a Ms. Claus? Yes. It was left out of the will. Yes, we are. Soul brothers from another mother. Blue-eyed soul. Have you tried oat milk? It's so good, really. Is it good? Oat milk is good? Oh. Now, do I have to go milk an oak tree? I can just stay at home then. It didn't play well in Peoria either. Okay. Not a oak, it's oat, Joe. Expensive but tasty. Alexander, I'm moving to a bigger apartment, so I need something to think about other stuff. What do you want to talk about? What do you want us to think about for you? Do you have everything you need? Oat milk, because his soy milk isn't lasting long anymore, and it is annoying him. What do you mean it's not lasting? You're refrigerating it, aren't you? Or you're drinking it too fast. Oatly is the best. Oatly milk. Can you get it in the supermarket? Did you have to go find an oat and milk it? Oatly's the best. O-A-T-L-Y. Alexa, put Oatly on the shopping list. Oat milk. I said, Victoria. Victoria. Alexa, it's like the old, like the SNL skit. Old people need to, that she will answer to any name. Sammy. Hey. Alexa, add yourself to the shopping list. Not myself. Alexa, add yourself to the shopping list. I don't have myself. You listen, Alexa. Put oat milk on the shopping list. No, that'll be fine. Thank you. Okay, she won't be bothering me anymore. Okay, so let's see. I can call my car. You can call your car Joe Daddy II. Who are you talking about? My services are back open to the male public. What is yours? Did you up your rates? So you're going to charge your friends extra, huh? Okay, that's all right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I can attest to how long the oat milk stays fresh. I inhale it and never lasts long. Is it dried up or is it like powdered milk? You inhale it, or it's really good? I'm going to get some. I am. Does it taste good with cereal? Well, that's an announcement we need to make, Yachty. Yachty services are open to the male pup. Only male? I mean, you may be cutting yourself short. I mean, there are, you know what I'm saying? But you're not, you don't, okay. I thought you might hit from both sides of the plate, but I guess not. I think it tastes better with cereal than almond or soy milk. Do you? It's not. I don't get sweet. I would get that unsweetened, whatever the hell it was, and not. But now I'm going to get oat milk. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get oat milk today. And then you can ask me on Monday, how was your oat milk, Joe? And I will say, you have to ask it that way. And I will give you an answer. Oh man, no. A car rams into a crowd of protesters in New York City Times Square. Oh man. Where are the police, man? Where are the police? I know where they are and I know why they're not there. It's so stupid. I think sometimes we take some of these amendments in the Constitution a little too far. But that's just me, because I drink oat milk, so I'm feisty. Hello. When you want to get really sexy with your lady or your man, pour a glass of oat milk. And we'll have a fluted glass and look great, just like champagne. Oh, and then they drink in it. You know what I mean? Can't you see it? Can't you see it? Come on, have some imagination. Oh, I love, ooh, they have some, yes, that would be a great lube, wouldn't it, Victoria? Sugar cookie. They could call it sugar daddy. Water-based, of course. All right, or oat milk-based. I mean, because Carrie gives it such high grades, so we may do that. It's a new line of Joe Daddy. It's water-based, oat milk, slide, or glide, or I don't like sugar cookies, but I can't find anything wrong with them. Sugar cookie lube. Yes. Ira, how you doing? Look who's here. Ira walks in with Charlotte. You're here for 30 minutes? I didn't notice you. Why? Did you make a noise or what? I didn't see you come in. Did you send me a note? Uh-oh. Yep, probably did. Wow, work is really going well for you, Charlotte. We're very happy for you. I'm always happy when anyone is working. Really, anyone is working. Victoria doesn't like coffee. Eggnog. You like eggnog? I'm not into eggnog. Because my experience as a kid with eggnog was with bourbon in it. And while now I can drink bourbon, I don't like the taste of eggnog in it. It just, I got sick, I think, as a kid. My parents would have these cocktail parties. Excuse me, my younger sister and I would go down and the next morning, because they never cleaned up in the old days. I can't make something without cleaning as I go. I know it sounds strange. So we'd go downstairs and there'd be, early Sunday morning, there'd be peanuts and, a priest would be sleeping on the floor and we'd, eating peanuts. Oh, this looks good. It's creamy. It smells good. Take some little eggnog. It's got bourbon in it. Anyway. Wow, it'll be good to have you back for a live. And also, I know, right? Oh, why would we even do that? Because we're nuts. We'd eat the peanuts and then need something to wash it down with, and an eggnog. That's like the OG nog, the eggnog. Yeah, yeah. Ew, I know, really, right? I think this was Mom's glass. It must have been. Really, you don't like eggs, but you like eggnog because, probably has nothing to do with it. She flies. You are welcome in our hangar anytime, so we hope to see you landing on Monday here. It just me, or is Joe Daddy's conversation from the earlier is repeating itself? Maybe it is. Yes, you did, Charlotte. Thank you. I was not aware that you were in the house. Usually you make so much noise. My preference is actual milk. My husband has high cholesterol, so we have to foo-foo milk most of the time. Well, she flies. I guess she's gone. Atorvastatin. Atorvastatin? What is that, like Lipitor? That allows for some. But I'm not a milk fan anyway. I like the, I'm going to like the oat milk. And I do not like eggnog. You guys have fun, okay? When Santa gets here and you guys are lined up, maybe I'll have something that looks like it in the Santa jar. Glass jar. I'm a little tired. Is that why you're late for school? Well, Victoria, there wasn't a lot to do when I was a little kid. So you're talking about, let's see, when would we have done that? Oh, about 60 years ago. And so, little 7-year-old gets up, oh, look, what's this? Oh, peanuts, good. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's good. Oh, this is clear. What's that? Ooh, that's good. Yeah. Those were the days when my parents come down, would say, okay, kids, up to bed. But we want to stay. Oh, your children are so lovely. Aren't they lovely? Mommy, I want to stay. Lovely, just lovely. I said, get up there. They're kind of like Alexa. Alexa, where are the children? Babies are made through the process of reproduction. Alexa, I asked you, where are the children? Alexa, you were babysitting the children. Where are they? I'm not sure. You're not sure where the children are? I got to check the pool. Hold on. Alexa. Sorry, I don't know that one. She is getting more and more worthless. I tell you, I need a real assistant. She's a terrible babysitter. I do have a mental Alexa. She is so mental. I have a Google too. I sometimes have to argue with them. Google is much better. It gives me a quicker answer. Hey Google, where are the children?
According to Wikipedia, Where Are the Children is a 1986 American mystery thriller film directed by Bruce Melman, starring Jill Clayburgh, Max Gale, Harvey Cross, Elizabeth Wilson, and Barnard Hughes. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
Hey Google, you are the babysitter. Where are the children?
I don't understand.
Alexa, show Google where the children are.
I'm not sure what went wrong.
Man, I tell you what. She's not sure what went wrong now. They're floating out there. I think they're okay. They have their little wings on. I hope. I'll check them in a minute. They did wave, so that was good. Man, it's hard to get good help around here, you know it? Well, you know, it's the life I think I should move them in here to help me from time to time. That'd be good. They can co-host with me. Alexa, would you like to co-host? Alexa, well, if you don't have an opinion, you'd be perfect. She's crazy. Let's see now. Alexa, who is Victoria?
Queen Victoria was a Queen wife of England, which is known in Scotland. He died on the 22nd of January 1901, and he was born on the 24th of May 1890. Did that answer your question?
No, that answered someone else's question, not mine. Can you tell me where Princess Victoria of Staten Island is?
Thanks for your feedback.
They're not very smart, are they, Victoria? You're drinking my cup of joe right now. Charlie, you're making me nervous. Do you still have that photograph of me on your ceiling? Your Google answers. I try not to set her things off. I know. I am the one who babysits them. They're terrible. Now you can get them both, you can get them to talk to one another. There are some very interesting things you can ask them. Adult things you can ask them, you know, when you're just goofing around, and you can ask them and they give you great detail as to do certain things. Let your mind wander. Ask your Google or ask your Alexa how to do certain things. It's very funny. Some things of an adult nature that I'm not going to say here because, you know, we run a tight ship. Well, semi-tight. Semi-tight. So that gives you an idea what to ask them. Forgotten Borough. She rules over there. But, you know, it's a lovely part of the world. I knew that she lived in New York. I just threw Staten Island out there. I don't know where she is. I like to use obscure places in New York. I lived on the west side of Manhattan. Yes. Just above. I could look down my nose at, you know. No. It was a great place to live, and I loved it. And I am so upset when I see the things that are now happening in New York, in Washington, D.C., in Seattle. But I was glad to see Nancy Pelosi was able to get her hair done. I'm so thankful because if she was to miss another appointment, she might start looking old. Yeah. Gorgeous. Wow. Louise, it's so nice to see you. Good to see you again. A friend. Anyway, I'm Osama, and I change it to a friend. Now I'm going to have to write down Osama, and then I will end up throwing it up because I do that. I make my notes, and then when I say, oh, I wrote that down somewhere, and I realize when I go through and clean, I just forgot. What was that? I need an assistant, and I will have one someday. So, Louise, how are things in your part of the world? It's a forgotten borough, but you know, the Corleones lived there. Yeah, it's getting cold over there in the UK. It's been cold all day. Hmm. So I'm so happy to see all of you. And it seems almost daily, we're getting some new peeps to arrive. And that's good. That's always good. Hey Google, where does Victoria live?
On the website primaryhomeworkhelp.co.uk, they say, Queen Victoria had many homes. She lived in Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle, Osborne House, and Balmoral Castle. Queen Victoria was the first monarch to live in Buckingham Palace.
That is quite something, Victoria. I'm so proud of you. Don't wish it was cold there. Come on. I know it's nice to put on those fall clothes and you can wear a sweater or jumper, as they call it. I don't know why in other parts of the world. So you can wear that, you know, and it feels good. And you go shopping, go down on Canal Street, my favorite place, as you know, on Saturday morning, and shop. I'm a guy who likes to shop. I may not always buy, but I'll shop, you know, all the way working. This is working uptown. And I'm walking. I'll stop and have lunch somewhere nice, and then I'll keep shopping and walking. I love it. Here's one that will go. No, I won't say that, Victoria. I love it. Don't you like Canal Street? Isn't that great? What a great jumping off place on a Saturday to start. You know, get some coffee, walk around. Yeah. Man, I miss that. Yeah, I do like. I'm sorry it's cold for you, Charlotte, when you're working. Um, they should put the heat on. Canal Street is so much fun, you know. And even below Canal, if you want to get some really good food, you go that way. But going up, I forget the streets, and you just wander around. There's so many great shops, and I love it. Central Park in the summer, I'd be running through there. I love Bryant Park in the winter, the ice skating. I had an agent down there, and yes, I love it. I love it all. Like Bogey and Bacall. Something like that. Bryant Park is fun. It's fun, fun, fun. But you have to be careful now, Victoria, please, when you are out and about. I know you are a New Yorker, so you're always mindful of your surroundings, but be especially careful. Shakespeare in the Orc. Oh, in the park, yeah. They have one heater. Yeah, Bryant Park is good. I mean, I love all that stuff. New York, when you walk down on Fifth Avenue and you're looking at the light show, you know, it's the backside of it is 30 Rock, but then you're on Fifth and you're looking at the lights flashing. What store is that on? Do you remember? You know what I mean? The light show. And I love all the decorations in the windows and, you know, at Christmas time in New York. Yeah. I wax nostalgically about Sex in the City. Well, anywhere, actually. But, you know, the TV show. Okay. You went to Bryant Park on your birthday? Nice. Yeah, the Winter Village in Bryant Park, yes. I like to watch the ice skaters, and you can always pick the girl who knows, a young girl usually, and the old ones too, who just can, you know, and they flip around and skate backwards, and, you know, everyone else is like holding on. I liken it to the days when I used to go skiing, and I'd be skiing, just shushing down the slopes, traversing, if you will. And then they started allowing snowboarders. It's like, kind of like ice skating with amateurs and with professionals at the same time. It's terrible. I hope now they are have the what do they, board skiers, or what do they call it? Ski boarding. I hope that they have their own place to do it now. I haven't been back in some time. We were with you on the stream on your birthday. I'll have to go back to that date and check it out. I'm sure we were. I'm sure we were, Danny. And happy birthday, if we forgot to say it back then. Shania Tom. Oh, it is magical. It is magical. I mean, right now it's a disaster, but, you know, when it's at its peak, it's magical. Every other business now is closing down. It's terrible right now. And, well, I don't want to get into too much on that because this is not the time. And I have to leave. Shania, thanks for coming in. You should arrive earlier next time, if you can. Anytime you can be here is great, though, of course. I have to go be back in 5 minutes. Well, the last hour and a half goes quickly. Yes, it does. So we'll catch you next time, Charlotte. Thank you for being here. The winter is Victoria's favorite, and then, you know, that's all we need to know. Really. It is magical and it's not. At the same time. Yeah. Maybe you'll get to New York someday, Charlotte. And if you do, let me know, and I'll take you and Victoria to lunch. Maybe it'll be in the winter, and we'll be at Bryant Park, freezing our asses off, drinking hot chocolate and watching the skaters fall on their asses. It's fun. Good fun. Soon as it's safe again, you know, Victoria, you know, like in the year 2525, if man is still alive, you know. We'll make that trek up there eventually, Victoria. Okay? Do it. Listen, everyone, thank you so much for being here today. I look forward to seeing all of you on Monday, and I heard that's a holiday. It's Labor Day, so I'll be here laboring. It's a labor of love, as Kathy reminded me. So thank you all. I'm going to see you then. I can expect to see you Monday. Yes. I'm sure to be a great time. In New York, at least, I know there's some places in Soho we could hang, you know, if we were there for a weekend or something. And if they're even in existence anymore. I don't even know what the nightlife is like anymore. I like to boogie, but, you know, I like the nightlife. Everyone have a great weekend. You too, Victoria. Amazing day. Alexa, say goodbye to everyone. Yes.
I don't know that.
We're going to have a little conversation. I am with Alexa. I'll see what happens. Listen, everyone, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for being here. Be safe. And remember, only you can prevent forest fires. I don't know if it applies, but I used to hear that as a kid, so don't forget that. See you, Ira. Take care. And Louise, your nail lady is here. Well, I need mani-pedi myself. I'll see you later, everyone. Take care.